Everyone, welcome in, welcome in. I see my PNGs. Okay, it was just taking a second. That's fine. Take all the time you need. Take all the time you need. I did. But I'm here. I'm here. After what? A lot of hours later? I can't do the math now. I was here at 10. It's now 12:30 p.m. Or 12:30 a.m. excuse me. But I think we're going to be able to get to Kabu relatively quickly. I don't think we're going to do too much dilly-dallying. I think we're just going to kind of go. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of Pokemon we find along the way. But we are going to be playing Pokemon Royal tonight. Hopefully this is the finale here, because that will set me up well to not be playing 3 Pokemon games at the same time. I'm so sorry to everybody that was excited about Platinum. I think Platinum is dead in the water. I'm gonna be so honest about that one. I'm gonna be so honest about it. Nothing is drawing me back to playing Renegade right now. So until that changes, Platinum is quite literally a Floplocke. We played it one time and I haven't picked it up since. I thought that would be where I put the Floplocke. Spoiler alert, it is not Sinnoh. It is not Sinnoh. But there will be a little bit of a reveal, not anything crazy. But I'll share the region game that we'll be playing for our Floplocke. I officially have a dex created. I will say that much for now. You all won't get to see it. Comet has gotten to see it. Comet also, I didn't say this, but I thought it to myself. The ones that you said to remove are also removed. Not all of them. But you saw the update. Wait till Comet leaks it. I have things I can link of comments. So it's tit for tat. But I think you guys will like it, and I'll explain my thought process behind how things got onto the decks. I think it'll also make more sense to you, Comment. Some of the ones that I put on there that I didn't want to just like dump into a Discord message to you. But I'm very excited about it. I had a lot of fun putting it together, so I think it'll be a lot of fun playing it together. I do have to make some adjustments to what I have shared with you, Comet, which I already kind of told you. Some of the Pokemon that I had on the decks originally are simply just not going to be available because there are limitations in this game, but the limitations are about 70 total Pokemon out of the 1,025 or whatever the exact number is. So like I can live without 70 of them, but like, isn't it funny that some of the ones that I said were going to be Floplocke Pokemon are literally unavailable out of 1,000 plus. So interesting. I'll also tell you guys some fun stats that I got from doing this. But we'll get into all of that later. Let me not get over excited about it. But I'm staring at the decks right now and I'm getting very excited about it. So let me focus on welcoming everybody in first, and then we'll get into Pokemon Royal. Let's see who was here. Hi Caleb. Hi Sam. Hi Comet. Hi Drago. Who said they were coming back from the gym? Somebody said that earlier too. Hi Ozoff. There you are. You were just below. I just had to keep going. If I didn't stop myself. It is a reward. It's like a reward. Also, I presume, hi Evan. Hi Sarah. Welcome in. Hi Caleb. Thanks for the bits. Hi Sam. Hi Comet. All right, I think everybody got double. Hi Gene. I scrolled right past you. Sorry. You didn't have 10 notifications. but I should have caught the bright pink. Are you kidding? Oh my god. Anyways, I don't think I've missed anybody. If I did, make some noise. Make some noise. I'm excited to get into Royal with you guys. So I already have it pulled up. I just need to press the right button. I don't think I pressed the right one. No, I didn't. There we go. That's the right one. Oh, y'all see how teeny tiny I am? James. I don't remember where I was. Me going to an old VOD. Actually, not a terrible idea. Y'all are gonna hear it. Oh, it's not that one. Let me click on one where I actually used separately if you want to know. Did I change it in the middle of this one? Let me go to an older one. There we go. Okay. I was wearing it on my shoulder here. However, I was much bigger. Yeah, because I was like that. I was like that before. One day I'll figure out a better setup for shifting PNGs so that I don't have to do this live for you guys. Or, you know, right beforehand either, but we're not there today. We're not there today. So let's get back into the game and let's check back into the team and see who's here and who's not. Joel, of course, an icon, a legend. Also, pause, and then boom. Now you should hear the game. If I need to make any adjustments to the game volume, let me know. But it should be where I left it last. But we have Joel. We have Popcorn. Two long-standing divas at this point. They proved their worth last go around. Aerosmith, also a long-standing diva, struggles the last episode. Then they all struggled, so it was truly like kind of forgotten about. So like, no grudges held. Aerosmith, still love Muna. Maui had about a moment or two where I was like, okay, but not much more than that. So Maui really needs to step it up, in my opinion. Maui is the lowest performer on the team. Kyle, y'all love to hate Kyle. And that's fine. But when it's the Floplocke, and Kyle's one of the only options y'all have, think back to Pokemon Royal and how much you love Kyle now. Because you love Kyle. You're just not telling yourself you love Kyle. Everybody wants to be with Kyle. And last but not least, we have Bruce Leak, who joined the team next episode. I could not tell you who Bruce Leak was up against, but we could. Oh, we cannot pop back into the box and see. Well, check the VOD. Because my brain does not remember well enough. I remember Yvonne was there. I remember Gringo Joe was there. The rest is a blur. The rest is a blur. Bruce Leak is so T. Oh, Kyle, you're fading? I don't know. If that's going to be true. I do feel like I gave us plenty ground type options last time too. I don't remember the Wooper's name, but like I definitely put that Wooper in there, and y'all know it. Y'all had options to help me against Kabu, and you chose against him. Okay, so last we left off though, we didn't go to dinner, so that is where we're heading next before we're actually like on the way to Kabu. Hey. Hello, farm boy. I've heard you've won at the gym. Let's celebrate your victory. We're all here now. Come on, let's sit down. Let's not stay standing. Hulbury is a place that has always been linked to the art of fishing, which means a visit to its restaurant is a must. The local specialties are a true delight because of the freshness of their ingredients. By the way, Sonia, seeing Farm Boy reminded me of when you were a challenger like him. I actually remember fondly when you also took part in the gym challenge. To be honest, I don't really like bringing that up. I think it's better we focus on Farm Boy's victory. Definitely, though I must say I wasn't expecting any other result from a battle of a challenger chosen by Leon himself. And tell me, Farm Boy, how would you describe the last battle you had? Harder than I thought. Oh! I don't know who Kathy is. It's something without, and then we demonstrated something despite whatever they said in the first sentence. That's about all I got out of this. Somebody else feel free to translate for me. And beyond that, that's okay. Because the rest of it seems to be back in English. You should be grateful for the chairman's words, Farm Boy. After all, he once achieved the incredible feat of coming second in the Champion Cup. Also, my ability to read Spanish, a lot worse than I thought it was. And then went on to become the chairman of the Pokemon League. Interesting. You flatter me, Sonia. It's true that I finally remember the carefree days when my goal was to be a trainer. However, my priorities matured, and that's why now I hold such an important position in the region. In fact, as you may know, my company, Marco Cosmos, was the inventor of the Dynamax bands, thanks to the research of the eminent Professor Magnolia. By the way, Sonia, how's your grandmother doing? I hope she's as well as always. I owe a lot to that woman. If it hadn't been for her research, we wouldn't have been able to make the bands and control the synergy to make gym battles even more spectacular. Well, in her opinion, there's still so much to discover about the Dynamax phenomenon. I don't know, she seems a bit worried. She even gave me a node locator to carry with me at all times. I'm familiar with that device. It's what my company's been using to locate energy nodes, the sources in the earth where this energy remains. But it bothers me to know that the professor is uneasy. I wish I could help in some way. However, in my company, we're still keeping an eye on this energy. Luckily, we have Briar helping us run the Macrocosmos lab. Labs and stay on top of everything related to this phenomenon. Oh, Professor Briar? I know her. I attended her seminars when I was in college. I really admire that woman. I'm lucky to have someone with her talent in my ranks. Still, I see you haven't strayed too far from this phenomenon either. Are you helping your grandmother? The truth is, my current research is somewhat different from my grandmother's concerns. It's more interested in studying the region's past. Sounds pretty exciting. Have you discovered anything interesting? Not much so far, and I'm not sure where I should go next. Just thought of something. Do you know the heptagonal chamber located in Hammerlock? Maybe you should visit it, Miss Sonia. They say there are tapestries inside that date back many years, which apparently depict what happened to the region during the Darkest Day. Yes, they sound familiar. I remember studying them in class. They say they're much more impressive in person than in photos. Too bad the access to them is so restricted. The truth is, the passion with which you speak reminds me of your grandmother. Oh, I was like, is he saying my grandmother's Elena? Elena, do you think we can do something so that Miss Sonia can get a special permit to visit the chamber? And for you too, Farm Boy. I'm sure you'd like to see it with your own eyes. It's one of the great wonders you can find throughout Galar. Of course, Mr. Chairman. I'll take care of managing the permits for both of you. And sorry, but it might be time for us to leave, or we'll miss our next commitments for the day. Already? I haven't had dessert. I'm sorry I have to say goodbye like this, but duty calls. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to hearing about everyone's progress. Honestly, it just feels like so far the story has been adding a lot of fluff, but not really any value. So like, hopefully this picks up. But also like, hopefully there's more past what the demo has. I'll say so far. Well, we won't be finishing with Royal. Kyle disappoint. Listen, Kyle can't disappoint. Kyle cannot disappoint. I do think some of the flops that I've picked, not to get too far ahead of myself, but some of the flops that I've picked, you guys will go, that is not a flop. The same way Comet did. Comet gave me a list of ones to take off. I'm not taking them off. Some of them are kind of off, but like, I'm not taking them all off. You guys will see my reasonings though. None of it is intended to be malicious, to be clear though. But I'll probably end up making like some kind of graphic for it too. So there's just like a visual, not a fur fruit. So that was fur fruit. Well, and Caleb, I don't know how well you can see through the blurred image I put on Sky, but that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Also, hi Luke. Hope you're doing well. Ditto, get in the damn ball. Get in the ball. Now. I am doing well though. No complaints here. Ditto, please. There's probably like 4 or 5 that are on there that are incredibly discernible. And I'm a-okay with that. That was my intention with what I was putting together. I didn't want to hit it again, but I do want to catch it. Let's try a premier ball. Maybe it wants a fancy ball. Fancy free ball. It did. Just was being picky. It had preference. Okay, what are we thinking we should name our new Ditto friend? Should I eat a little something? I mean, I was kind of thinking about grabbing a snack too. So I'm gonna say yes. Dinner this time? Oh my god. Wait, it was Rancheros. Ooh. Name it Nachos? Because they're always trying to steal other people's... That's such a great name. That's such a great name. That is expanded pass. That is DLC. That is... I'm not feeling particularly strong about anything I'm seeing right there. So we are going to keep it moving. I feel like I'm going to have to start getting a lot more selective to keep us moving. Or we will be here all day. There's so many things I want to say right now that I'm like, unfortunately they would all just be simply telling you what the Floplocke could be and not just letting it happen. So I'm just sitting here in silence to myself, internally screaming, I guess, going, I want to tell them. Not Bruce League. Bruce, we'll bring you out soon, though. You got sidetracked with champions. That's fair. I also ended up eating late because I got sidetracked with Floplocke. So, like, you know, I am not here to judge. She's not going to move faster, is she? Yeah. I didn't think about bite. I did not think about bite. Kyle, punch it. Pomo, go down. Die. Right. Team Meow. Do I have monkeys on my face? Do I have monkeys on my face? Crimorant's fun. That's a fun Galar one. I was about to run. Let's go with rollout and see if we can handle it. I feel like we might be able to tank whatever it can throw at me. Okay, we can't. Popcorn 8, popcorn 8. Popcorn 8, popcorn cleared, popcorn cleared. Popcorn said, I'm gonna do what I'm about to do. Let's see what Bruce League can do, though. This is Bruce League's first appearance, everyone. Be nice. Be nice. We don't know what kind of moves it has. Okay, okay. I still thought it would be better than Fury Cutter, so. What happened to Kyle? Trago, what happened to Kyle? He hurt himself from sand attack? That's insane. Also, our team is getting wiped out. I comment. We are on the route, which is we're here. Whoa! Wow, it's you. What was your name again? Farm Boy? I remember your face from Route 5 when Marnie went to visit daycare. Are you here to spy on the training of our dear challenger? Stop hyping up this challenger. I remind you that it was the champion who personally recommended them. Champion themselves, you say? Well, I guess that means there's no small deal. Hey, have you ever fought against him? You surely demoralize her if you defeat. You'll surely demoralize her if you defeat her. It shouldn't be too hard. Your current level. They messed up the genders, I guess, because that threw me off. I thought she was like talking to me for a second. Anyways, they're trying to get Marnie to battle me. But yeah, they've added like a whole beach to it. Also, our team is fucked right now, by the way. So we will wipe. Marnie will wipe us 100%. There's no way around that. Where's this not wiping? Where's the fun in that? It's character building to let them all die. And the bar is not part of his body, by the way, y'all. He found that. Mug bucket, mug bucket. Can you just get this over with so that I can go heal the team and then come back? Oh no, I lost a Marnie. Ear died. Yep. Sure, we'll save. Why not? Oops. No, thank you. Alright, run, run. Yeah, comment, you can see the overall layout here. I can't tell what that is. Oh. Feels like a weird place for Dynamo to be. But okay. There are actually a lot of fun Pokemon here, but I'm restraining myself from catching any to honestly just kind of get through the end here. Hi Lavender, welcome in. Oh my god. Does Hypnosis Sword? Oh my god. Why would you do that to Kyle? Kyle, get him. Don't get yourself, Kyle. Oh, thank God. Let's send out Bruce. Kyle's gonna go crazy after this concussion, though. He is a little crazy. Already a little crazy. Bruce Leak took a hard hit, y'all. Listen to Maui. Kyle was never. Drago, that is not true. Kyle is a fave. Kyle's everyone's fave. I was worried about Bite. Sitting out popcorn. Now where did Kyle flop? She thinks it's a great pun. I don't remember who came up with it. Oh. Hi, Shelter. Sorry, we're not in the business of catching anybody today. Am I still in fast forward? I am. But the beach is so... I mean, I'm in the business of catching shinies. It's just like when we caught Joel. This is just like when we caught Joel. It is a super shiny. Oh my god, of course it doesn't. What was I thinking? Hi Danny, welcome in. Alright, name suggestions for Sandy Gast. Our shiny Sandy Gast. Versailles, Onyx. Not Sandy Hole. Sandy Cheeks. None of them are speaking to. What'd you call me? A Bright Robbie. Pink Palace is a good one. You like Sandy Cheeks? Well. Maybe we call it Cheeky. Anybody else want to sparkle and shine? What's down here? A cave? God, I would explore that right now, but... Oh, I think we are gonna have to go through the cave. Duh. Oh, I need a photo album? Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Do you think that's the cave to go in? Yeah. I think it is. I think I just didn't think. Me going, I'd love to explore it, but now's probably not the best time. Literally what I have to do in the game. Now, I wouldn't call them decimated. I feel like that's a harsh word to use. Also, I heard what you said. Don't tell Farm Boy. I don't believe. Whatever Fawn read. Kingdom Hearts 1 is not easy. No, we'll keep our friend Popcorn in. Now wait a minute. He was actually just wrong, I fear. All I'll say is I got a DM that said, "Help, I'm crying. Are you on stream?" Then I was given the context and I had laughed really hard. Why does that one look like a bug? That one looks like a bug. I don't remember what I can use the hard skills for. Egg moves? Is that what it was? Good thing we're definitely doing that. All the way back to the Pokemon Center. I will tell you guys, there was one game that I was considering playing that had, I don't remember what it was now, but there was one game I was considering playing that had gauntlets. Is that what they refer to them as? But basically like the sectioned off where you can go backwards to heal. Y'all, could y'all imagine me doing that? The amount of times I've run backwards. Half the time out of no real need. Half the time, dire need. So, not there? They should add Pokemon to this game. I feel like there's so many. This Gloom's got my number, I think. Bruce Lee wins. Not Bruce Lee. Kyle wins. Kyle wins. My team is fucked up though. Bruce, would you like? Where's my bag? That's my bag. What is he holding? Oh. No. I comment. Maui ate that one up. All right, let's see what Bruce Lee does. go ahead. Okay, now we're inside the cave. We can start different beat. Of course it's your fault. Whose fault would it be if not? Don't act all clueless. Chairman Rosa told me if he was passing through Holbury and I would be able to meet with him for a bit and update him on my achievement. And suddenly I get a call from Miss Olivia. Elena, you mean? Saying she won't be able to meet me after all, because she ran into the granddaughter of Professor Magnolia and a challenger and decided to have lunch with them. They talked so much that ran out of time, and the chairman has more appointments to attend to. Don't tell me, that challenger was you, right? I didn't like you from the start, but this is the last straw. You're not going to steal the president's attention. I'll follow you. I'll show you why I'm the challenger. Or not, I'll follow you. I'll show you why I'm the challenger he chose. I don't know where I got. I'll follow you. I'll follow you. Did Mead already have a full fucking team? Is that what I just saw? It's a good thing we have two fighting types for this, though. Great work, Aerosmith. You let it set up two great moves. Good critical hit. Also, for anybody following along, they only have 4 Pokemon. Popcorn, I'm putting you out. This is risky. This is risky. Also, bad idea, not payback. But that's also fine. I should have... Anyways. It's fine, it's all working out. Synthesis is what I meant to start with, but... Bruce Lee, let me give you a chance. Oh, yeah. I didn't think you'd make it through one hit. Let's see what Kyle has going on. Good work, Kyle, cleaning it up. being rude to me per usual, but I got their card. Right, of course it's Stunfisk. Y'all know how I feel about Stunfisk. Well, we are gonna have to sit here and catch it, I guess. Oh no. No, I did take that emote away. I just didn't love it. I felt like it was an odd one out. Instead, she stuns an art. Excuse me, this will be stuns and selfie, of course. Just in case they changed anything for any Pokemon, or not Pokemon, Pokeballs. I'm gonna hit it one more time. Ooh, we did it. I think it was spelled like this originally. Stuns in self B. Because I actually would not even be able to fit anything else. Ooh, flicks Kyle. Let me show you Kyle. This is Kyle. Hi, Bambi. This is Kyle. Hi, Kyle. Yo, what the hell is that Onyx doing? Why is it so big? Did y'all see that? Do you see? Oh, excuse me, I just need to get through here. Those Onyx are so... They are so unnecessarily big. I'll have to go back. Who is Edgar? I have no idea. I've never heard this man. I've never seen this man in my life. Sorry to this man. Kyle, get him. I would assume it does, but I'm not. I'm not sure. Also, I'm out of water, so I'm gonna go get some in a minute. We're fainting again. Genuinely, this doesn't normally happen on routes. So I don't know why I'm getting my ass whooped so bad. I mean, they also made the game, I guess, a little bit harder, so. All right, before I run back, though, I'm going to, well, I guess I'll save. And then I'm gonna go get some water really quick. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I grabbed a snack. So I'm gonna snack. Hi, especially welcome in. I am snacking on some mini blueberry muffins, so I'm semi-quiet while I run back.
It is a shiny Joltik. We caught it in the wild. Now it's mine. I can barely see that Onyx. Right. We have our own girder to show off. Good night, Bimby. I know, I'm like, we're almost out of here. Maybe we don't do the gym tonight. We just get through the cave. I'm like, I'm also very tired. Good night, Robbie. Oh my god, I thought that would be the end of it. Well, let's try and just get through the last bit of the mine here. Out of the mine. Then we'll go our merry little way. All to sleep. But I will tell you guys what the region is that we will be doing the Floplocke in. Most likely we'll even just start it tomorrow after some Kingdom Hearts. Gotta be getting close to the end here. I do appreciate that they made this, you know, like a real mine, but not what I'm trying to do tonight. I'm trying to get through it. Hashtag Floplocke for Alola. No. So we've ruled out 2. Not that I'm gonna give you guys the answer just by guessing it, but we have ruled out 2 regions. It's not Sinnoh, it's not Alola. And it is not Solar Eclipse, Solaria. Some girls just don't know how to mind their business.
comes Hop. Oh, nice. We're healed up. This will be perfect. That means we have Joel again. Something useful from Hop. Thank you, Hop. I will take that. I'm gonna go for Thievul. Okay, I guess we'll both go for Thievul. Hi Shoujo, welcome in. Not Boytar being that relevant, Kesh is talking about them. That's crazy. And a disc, mind you. Let's rock slide. That way we can get both of them. We'll see how effective it is. It's useful. We'll keep going. Stop swiping at Kyle. This Lanoon has not been knocked out yet, which means they still have 2 Pokemon in their body. Well, 1 in their pocket. Good work. Thank you out. Good night, Drago. We should also be heading off to bed here shortly. We should be getting through this tunnel here. This should have been the end. I wouldn't be totally surprised if there's just like a tad bit more to this tunnel, but we'll see. There's another battle. Maybe Maui I'll do. I don't think there will be any votes. I have 0 energy for a vote for sure. But if you want to lurk in
wait around in here, what I have in store for the Floplocke tomorrow, which is probably when it will start, feel free. I won't be anything crazy in terms of what I share. It'll, like I said, be the game, the region, and a little bit of my thought process, not too deep into it, because I think that I could spend way too long on. Here comes a sweet, sweet doll. Okay, we've made it into town. There's a whole construction site here of battling. Okay, good to know. I'm not going to do any battling right now. I'm just gonna backtrack and hang here. And then we're going to... That's how I say it. I couldn't get there. Safe. And we're gonna move over to the 3-minute screen. I don't have the energy to raid out tonight, so we're gonna forego that, but I do appreciate everybody coming to hang out. Let me turn some music on, and we'll talk a little bit about what we'll do tomorrow. So for tomorrow, I think first thing we will do some Kingdom Hearts, unless tomorrow I'm just like, I genuinely do not have the energy for an RPG. That was the case today. I just really didn't have the energy for an RPG. And knowing where we're at in Kingdom Hearts, that it's just going to be basically bosses and grinding, I need real energy for that. So Pokemon just doesn't really take a whole lot of energy from me. If anything, it gives me energy. So like, this is a nice in between the RPGs. So tomorrow we'll be playing a new game. Pokemon, most likely tomorrow, I should say. But when we do start the Floplocke, of course, we have to be, you know, in a game and in a region. But which one? Excuse me. Let me take a sip of water. Clearly, there's something in my throat. I know there's not too many people here now, and everybody's kind of lurking, but any guesses, any hopes outside of Alola and Sinnoh that we've already ruled out for the region? Any guesses as to the game? Any predictions here? I'm curious before we reveal ourselves to the crew. While you guys maybe or maybe not tell me what you think, I'm gonna go ahead and actually pull the game up. We're not gonna get into it, you know, it's not gonna be anything, it's not gonna be an event. But I thought it would be fun. Sorry, something happened. I I thought it would be fun to just kind of pop in for a second so I can show you the loading screen as kind of a reveal. Black and white 2 for Kyle. I definitely considered it. But what it actually is oh, I don't have it set up. My stream deck. It's gonna be Heart Gold Soul Silver that we play. It's so loud. Yeah, so it'll be Heart Gold, specifically, not Heart Gold Soul Silver, Heart Gold. But we'll be doing a ROM hack of Heart Gold that is called Heart Gold Generations. So this is Generations 1 through 9, which then allows us to play all of it. You're gonna guess this because of the Sprout Tower music. Yeah, so I went with a Johto mix for today. And all of the music we've listened to, just to kind of like drop a hint in case anybody was paying close enough attention. But I'm glad you picked up on that. But yeah, it's been a long time. I truly do not remember anything about these. Even having just watched Gar and Johto, I'm like, I don't remember a single thing about Johto. So this will be fun. It'll actually kind of feel like a fresh start for me. And we have a Dex as well. Now, I will not reveal the Dex to you guys. I think if I just showed you all the Pokemon, that, you know, kind of defeats half of what I want to do with this. So just know that I have a Dex that is here. We're switching screens again. So this is what I posted on Blue Sky. A very obscure, blurry picture of the Dex. So my process here was basically taking I'm also gonna stop the title screen for you guys because it's pretty aggressive music at this hour, and I'm gonna go ahead and close it. But so I've gone through the favorite Pokemon picker, and I've actually done it opposite. I picked kind of least favorite Pokemon, but ones that I've lumped in as the flop for that cell within the chart. The way that I chose the flop was based on who I haven't used before, who doesn't really make it through the votes that often. Like, they might be on a Fierce Pop box, they might be sitting in that box, but they never actually end up making it onto the team. Shroomish, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I also looked through a lot of research data online of just different surveys and polls that people have done to kind of like break some of the ties. Some of them I was trying to take in case scenarios of like Frostlass versus Galele. Which one would people consider the flop in comparison? So none of it's intended to really like tear down a Pokemon or deconstruct them. The only intent here is for me to play with Pokemon that I have not really used that much, and to maybe see if we find some new ones that we love, you know? So I did pick some of the ones that have, you know, more jarring designs that
you know, will take a second for people to kind of look past. But the joy of this game and this hack in particular is that I can spawn in what we need. Now I have 170-ish. I'm not doing eggs for all of them. We do have encounters for them. So what we're going to do as we go through the game is I have a document with all the wild encounters so I can see what's in the area. So we'll do a little bit of digging around until we find a couple in that area. We will also probably have to change day and night because Heart Gold and Soul Silver does have encounters during the day and night. Which means we'll be opening and closing the emulator for this. So just be warned, the catching will be a little bit unique here. But in some scenarios, I may just spawn the Pokemon in if it seems faster. We'll kind of learn that on day one, I think, together. But ultimately, it'll be a lot of fun. I have a lot that I've highlighted as like the key ones. The ones that you see circled on here were actually the ones I was going to create an egg for every single one. There's 80 circled. So those 80 I'm looking to bring on. Now there are some that are on my list. When I do reveal the full Pokédex, I'll tell you guys more. But there are some on the list that are not available. Like I said, 70 of them were unavailable, but like out of 1,000, you couldn't give me 70 or give me 900 plus. Like, okay, that's fine. Some of them are really silly. Again, none of it is intended to cause, you know, anybody's. There's some of my favorite Pokemon are on this list, believe it or not. I'll tell you one, Grimmsnarl's on this list. So like, again, there's nothing that's on this list that is intended to offend a single person here. It's all meant with love and fun in mind. And again, really if I had to pick one thing that this is about, I want to use Pokemon that I've never used before and replay a game that I haven't played in so long. And I really liked Heart Gold Soul Silver when I played it as a kid, but the reason I picked Johto was because I know everybody likes to. I'll be offended if Umbreon doesn't make it. Oh god. Well, Umbreon's not on because Umbreon was not considered a flop for me. But I'll tell you guys another one as well that's on here. So this Pokemon right here where my cursor is, this is Misdreavus. If you've finished this picker before, then you'll see that there are a few cells where there's only like one option or like one line. So like above that is Gengar. Gengar automatically falls onto the list. So I think we'll have a little bit of discourse around those individuals. Because I think it's only fair if we lump all of them together if we're gonna have discourse, or maybe I'll just make a decision beforehand. I kind of already have made decisions beforehand. But obviously like the substitute doll that I put in the dark space, it doesn't matter. But it was easy for my brain to see all the cells filled to know that I was done. But I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm a little bit bummed that some of them I'm not able to put into the game, but they actually gave us reasoning on why. And I think it is interesting as to some of them. I think some of it boiled down to ability. But yeah, we'll definitely find that there are going to be a few that I will want to make X for. I know that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about it. We'll see how I feel tomorrow when I wake up about Kingdom Hearts. Again, I also might even just get overly excited and be like, okay, we're gonna do some Floplocke first. We're gonna do some Floplocke first. Because I think it'll be a really fun time. Or I'll wake up and I'll go, no, let me get some Kingdom Hearts under my belt. Chip away at it. That way I can get started on Xenoblade 2. Because I do want to start Xenoblade. Comment made me feel a little bit better about it's not going to whoop my ass. I don't want to just jump into another RPG that's going to have the first game whoop my ass, you know? I think the only other thing that I'll say about the decks that I've built here in the circles, I tried to be fair when I was picking the like top 80 out of here, and I picked 4 from each column, so that would be 4 from each type. I tried to jump around a good bit, but believe it or not, I actually had a very hard time picking the earlier gens, and I think that's because when I was picking the top ones, I was like, okay, now that I've got, you know, a list of flops, let me pick the ones that I think would actually be like more interesting to see on screen. Majority of them I still haven't really used, but or if I have, it was like when I was a child, or you know, I've used them once or twice, but some of them also have just kind of been relevant within the stream at one point or another. I think it'll be interesting to see which ones stand out, which ones we end up finding are like, well, we have no choice here. And then the last thing that I guess is different, if you're kind of like doing all of the math on that 80, so there's 4 in each column. That's 1 for every type, and then an extra column for the starters, and then I added 4 more just to make it a round number because it was 76. So that means I picked 4 additional ones, which I felt like rounded it out really well. I got like the last 4 that I was like, oh yeah, these are the last 4 I was feeling relatively strongly about. There are also going to be a few that are part of the same line whenever you guys get the full reveal, but again, we'll go in more detail on that when we see it later. I think what would also be a lot of fun when we're done, yeah, it'll probably end up being 2 streams, but what I think will be a lot of fun at the end of this will be updating the picker. So what I'll do is like, we'll have a stream one day where we pull the picker back up as I've completed it, and we'll update it based on kind of community feedback this go around for a Floplocke season 2. I don't know where that could be and how we'll actually run things there, but we'll see how the first one goes, and maybe we'll do a second one at some point. I do feel like that's something I would give significant gaps between, like that could be a year's gap, but it would be fun to kind of like put that list together and then revisit it a year later and be like, this is who we said was a flop at the end of last year. Now let's see if that still rings true. You know, it could be really fun to do for wins and waves. We look for all the flops and wins and waves and we build teams around them. That could be a fun way. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of different things we could do. Ultimately, the goal's fun. So I'm gonna have it. And I think you guys will have it too, whether you want it to or not. If you're here, you'll have fun with it. Trust me. Right. We'll see if we have that kind of patience for your long wait, but I think the thing that would hold me up from it is specifically if we were going to do the exact same format here of doing the picker, I'd have to do a little bit more digging on which games have the full generation available, and how easy it is to find encounter maps for some of them. Some of the fan games are probably a little bit better equipped for that, but the other things I was kind of considering was just like looking through a specific game's Pokédex. I'm also going to move this to the stream ending so you guys are just staring at my desktop, but we'll see. We'll think of some things, you know. We'll revisit that topic at a later point. Oh, well, I think that's it. That was a nice recap. That was like, what, 13 or so minutes? Maybe that was longer. We'll review that information again tomorrow for those that are half asleep, those that are not here. And those that join. Ideally, I'll have some kind of little graphic to kind of outline to, like, I like what Kieran does where he kind of pops it up. And then if I can put that on screen, that'd be great. I also have the decks as an image source on OBS, so I'll flash that up at a later point. We'll probably like get through the first 4 gyms or so. If you guys want to remind me around gym 4 and just ask like if I'm open to sharing the decks, I probably will be. But I want to get through a little bit of the game before I start to reveal it. And I think we'll also talk through and decide if we want to play all the way to Kanto. I actually was thinking I wanted to. I think that would be a lot of fun, but we'll see. We'll see if we do that. I'm looking at that decks again. It's so funny how many of them actually ended up coming from Gen 5 that I circled. There were so many from Gen 5. Gen 5 and Gen 7, actually. Otherwise, all of the types, like I said, are even, except for 4 of them that have 1 extra one. But yeah, and then you'll find out why the airlock took 8 months. Alrighty, well, good night, everybody. Bye.